Hello, welcome to Tree Diaries Volume 3. In this episode we'll be looking at this rather fabulous horse chestnut. I am in a woods called Witchwood Woods in Warwickshire, yeah, this is obviously I don't know if this is an old field boundary or I'm stood in an old holloway. I am in a bit of a gully, or if this bank here is a mark of an old field boundary and this is a very old boundary tree, but it's been here a few years. I would say it's probably 150 years old, maybe a bit less, maybe 100. Yeah, so although considered by many to be a native tree to the UK, it actually isn't. It was first recorded in the 12th century, I think. So yeah, it's not a native, although it may as well be by now. Most people think it is. I've got my daughter with me, in case you can hear her snuffling in the background. Very obvious tree to identify, because it has these rather amazing leaves, which you probably made into fish skeletons. Well, I certainly made into fish skeletons when I was a kid, by stripping out the bits in between. That's a lot of fun. I'll probably put that in another video. So yeah, this is the leaf in total, and then it has 7 leaflets. Yeah, so nice and easy to identify. It also has the very obvious, this time of year, has the very lovely and obvious flowers. Let's see if I can zoom in on one somewhere. There we go. So candle-like flowers, white. And also, as you all know, in the autumn, they produce conkers. Weird fact about conkers, the game of conkers is played nowhere else other than in the UK. Nowhere in Europe, although the tree is native to Europe. You have species of this tree such as the buckeye, or the red horse chestnut, or American horse chestnut in the States. Again, they don't play conkers. It is a uniquely British thing, which is quite cool. You can also make soap out of it for washing your clothes. I can't think of any other uses. Timber-wise, it's pretty useless, really. It doesn't have a true heartwood, unlike most broadleaf species. It has what we call ripewood. It is pretty useless as a firewood, and it is also pretty useless as any sort of construction, because it has no heartwood, so it is quite spongy. It has been used to make shingles for roofs, but yeah, no, it is probably pretty much purely an ornamental tree brought over by the Normans to decorate their deer parks. But this one is rather fabulous, and they are lovely trees, and they do all the other things that trees do. Yes, they do, Robin, like provide huge amounts of habitat, and other things. Other things you may know about horse chestnut, or will have seen the horse chestnut, in the autumn they always seem to look really poorly. This is because they suffer from something called a leaf miner, which is a species of moth, which is very, very, very tiny. It has even tinier legs, and it lays its eggs in the leaf. So look how thin that is, and you imagine how tiny the eggs are, and then when the grubs hatch, they mine the inside of the leaf out, so they literally eat the leaves from the inside out. So that's why they look very poorly in the winter, and they also suffer really badly from Phytophthora sanguinari, something like that. I think I'm saying that right. Type of Phytophthora, it's a bacterial infection, and they tend to suffer really badly from that, although this one seems to be fairly alright. As I say, I can't really get any faraway shots for this tree because I'm in the middle of a wood and I've only just come across it, but yeah, it is lovely. That is about all I have to say about horse chestnuts. Oh, horse chestnut, interesting. Oh, Latin name, Acilius hippocastanum. Don't really know why they're called horse chestnut. There are several theories. One is that when the leaves break off, they probably won't be able to see it now. When the leaves fall, they leave a very distinct sort of horseshoe shape. You see that? No, you can't see that in that one. Maybe they need to be a bit older. But you get horseshoe-like scars off the leaf stems. See if that one works. No, they're a bit young at the moment. So that's one reason. The other reason being that the conkers look like horses' eyes. I certainly know why that is. Why the buckeye is called a buckeye, because it looks like a buck's eye. So that might be another reason. Horses don't eat them. Nothing eats them. Well, squirrels do. Squirrels eat anything. Yeah, horses don't eat them. We can't eat them. They're quite poisonous. So yeah, no idea why they're called a horse chestnut, but they are. Yeah, and I thought you might like to see this one. Anyway, I'm going to carry on my walk now, and I hope you have a lovely day. See you later. Bye bye.